for certain people to defame other people for, well, I'd say opinions, but it's not really opinions. It's knowing facts about things, really, isn't it?
Aren't Isn't that what both sides of this whole shit show are doing to each other?
What do you mean?
Well, there's people, you could say the same thing. So by people saying that, the people who think the Earth is flat is trying to defame the scientists and stuff who have worked their lifetime to show otherwise.
Who said what? I mean, like, we're here in this server sticking to like facts and stuff and talking about basically level being horizontal, like as a surveying term, geometrical term, and we're getting people saying that we're child abusers and manufacturing stories about doxing.
And again, I am any way involved in any of that. I don't support doxing. I don't think doxing is.
No, neither do I.
Should be done.
I don't think there's any need for it. I mean, why would anybody need to know anything about anybody else's personal business?
Yeah, but then look how many people complain. Right, so let's take the site Sparkian, for example, and I'll play devil's advocate here, all right? Because I like being a twisted shithead. So, Brian Mullins, yeah?
Who? Sorry?
Brian, yeah?
I can't. You're breaking up. Is he breaking up for everyone, or is it just me?
He said Brian Mullins. He's using Brian Mullins as an example, but he is breaking up.
Okay.
We're not going to try a different mic.
I think there's a real fault with his premise there. You know, that we're on our side and we're showing that the scientists have got their shit wrong, and the people on their side are using the tactics to try and put people on this side into a bad light.
Right, so can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Way better.
All right. So I'll ask a question then, and so if the scientists are wrong, what part?
No, wait a minute. Is that where you're starting? If the scientists are wrong, so are you presuming they are correct? And why are we going on that? Because we're talking about basic facts of level being horizontal. Do you think that's got something to do with science?
No, there was a comment made about science, the presented science being wrong.
We were talking about doxing.
All right, so then look at the amount of stuff that was thrown around about Brian Mullins, and the fact that people took information about him and the place he worked to go and start causing him shit in his personal life.
Yeah.
So again, do you not think that even considering how many years that's still going and the number of people that still use that as an example, that mentioning somebody else's work, a place of employment, mightn't have been the best?
He wore the jumper and did that thing.
That wasn't my question, Bev.
Well, what is the question then?
The question is, considering the amount of abuse and questions that were thrown around about what was done to Brian Mullins,
yeah,
would it not have been a better judgment call not to have used a picture that showed Sly's place of work, or maybe I appreciate that.
You're talking about Sly, right? You're not talking about me, because it was Sly that wore the top, and it was Sly that put that on video, and it was Sly that turned that into a picture. It was me that said, "Is that a work top?" Right?
It was Sly that
That's
put it out
what
there.
I said. Is that a work top? And guess what? He says it isn't his work top, right? So what's the deal?
Right. So here's the thing, though. I'm not accusing you of doxing,
Right?
right? So
Good.
take a step back.
'Cause it's
and
not,
let me
is
play
it?
Take a step back, please, and let me play devil's advocate here. Okay?
Okay.
Right? So you agree with me that what was done to Brian Mullins was not right.
Well, he's not around anymore. I don't know
No.
what
And
I
I'm just
don't know
asking
what
as an
was done to
example.
Brian Mullins. I don't
Well,
know. I've never
people
talked to him.
Yeah, and I'm sure you've heard though that people, he let it slip one day that he was an engineer, right?
Yeah.
And people took that, and I believe it was in one of his videos where he got out that he was an engineer for company X, right? I don't remember the name. I don't really care.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, we both agree that there's no point in mentioning people's private lives.
Listen. Right, before you go there, Slice Barkane said publicly he is an IT man. He has no qualifications in surveying or knows nothing about level or water levels or surveying tools or anything. He said that publicly. He's just an IT guy.
Why? Right. So why? Right. Why are you moving away from the topic of conversation we were having?
Because it's exactly like what you've just said. Brian Mullins said he was an engineer. Slice Barkane has said he's an IT guy.
No, that wasn't where I was even going, Bev.
Okay.
Right? That's why I'm asking you, take a step back and let me play devil's advocate for you here, please.
Go on then.
Okay? Right. Brian Mullins made the statement about him being an engineer. From what I understand, during one of the streams, somebody saw something about the company he worked for, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Whole thing about people interfering in the way he earns money to provide for himself and his family. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we both agree that that is wrong. So do you not think that maybe even mentioning the possibility that Sly worked for that company was a bad judgment call? Just
On his behalf by doing that, wearing that top, right? He was the one that put it on the internet first, right? So what are you having a go at me for? Right?
I'm not, Bev, I'm not having a go at you. This is what I mean by playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
I'm just playing the dickhead on the other side.
Okay. Well, I would say then, right. Would you not say to Sly, Jesus, Sly, that was a bad move, wasn't it? That's not really representing that firm very well. Which was what I was saying.
Then you can take that to the other extreme, Bev, and say, well, then don't have any branded outfits on you at all.
So what I said was, Sly, is that a work top? And what would your company think if they saw that? I mean, is that a good look for that company? It was just a general question.
Why is that any of your concern?
It's just a question. What's up with asking the question?
Because again, Bev, this is what I'm trying to get at. Considering the attitude towards doxing with most of the people in this community who agree that it's wrong, why even bring it up?
To bring up what? That he's got a jumper on. And is that a good look for the whoever? I mean, I didn't even know. Is it a logo? What is it? That was the question.
Here's the thing, though. Is it relevant to the discussion that you were having at that time?
Well,
if it's
you see,
the company,
let me get this right, because it is pretty relevant.
Hang on. Yeah, can you tell them about your level?
Yeah.
What happened when you said you went and bought a level, and what the company had to endure?
Right, I went to buy a level. I mean, Sly Sparkane's done this. I mean, he's him and all of his cronies on Twitter. I posted, because I just bought a level, because we're doing a test, like, as you know, right?
Yeah.
We're doing a test to measure the water level drop that's not there with the level. So I went to this firm here, right? And I drove there to go and buy this level. And while I was there, they calibrated it on site and got a sticker on the side of it, right? Now, guess what happened when I said that? I bought a level. Somebody emailed that firm and told them that I'd said something about I'd actually said that the guys confirmed when they calibrated that level was horizontal, because that's what they do. They calibrate that level to be horizontal, right? I said that. They then sent an email to that firm. Do you want me to show you that? Because I've got that as well. That's what John was doing, right? So I was just wondering whether it was wise for Sly to be walking around with his top on, with people like this that contact the companies. See, they just look. I contacted that company through the URL you posted, and this is what they had to say. So he asked them, or some poor woman in the service department or whatever, and she had to defend the guys in the shop, saying that the Earth was flat, because this Muppet and Sly Sparkane as well have equated level being horizontal with the Earth being flat. They're crazy, absolutely mental, aren't they? Because that tool is a tool for establishing a horizontal line of sight, isn't it? So when the calibrated guys, when they calibrated this level to make it horizontal, like, why did somebody need to contact the firm that I bought it from? What was that about?
And they've also tried it. A video of a surveyor that you to, and they tried to chase him down, find out his employers.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
Shit for him. That's not what we do. We're not interested in that. And you guys know. I hope you do. Been like. We like to point out and draw people's attention to the things that are going on. We don't do the same things. We don't go interest in that. We're not interested in
picture. Why are you continuing to post this picture then?
What?
Why are you continuing to post this picture?
It's a picture.
Why are you continuing to post this picture?
Emma, are you talking to Emma now, or are you talking to me?
I'm not posting it.
It's on our server. She's responsible.
What for?
Okay, could you turn your echo off, please? Whatever you're using, whatever device in the background, you turn it off, please. You've got a really bad echo.
It's the room.
It's not. You're recording.
The room.
No, it's not. No.
Yes, it is.
No, because that's coming back through.
He just won't let go of the microphone. That's all it is. This bullshit talk sucks.
Yeah, Post talks since it came to Helga has been a bastard.
And I'm not recording either.
Okay, so what's the deal then? That should people contact other people's things, or should we just not post any pictures on the internet because other people seem to be making emails? Who's that? Alan, what you doing?
Alan.
I'm asking you a question.
No, you're overfeeding and we're getting feedback because of your mic. Have you got it open all the time or something?
I was pushed to talk.
Right. So are you going to answer the question of what are we meant to do? Who is the one that's doing the doxing? Is just posting the picture doxing? Because he did it first, didn't he? He recorded that himself.
But
Put it on video.
What are your motives?
What are my motives for showing that Slice Barcane is a shit? Who doesn't know anything about what he's doing. And he's telling everybody, I'm a liar. So, yeah, I'm defending myself now. Slice Barcane doesn't know what he's doing with the tools he's got. Level, especially one of those levels, sight level, establishes a horizontal. That's how you measure the distance, right? That's how surveyors work, Alan, right?
Let's go back to it. So you think that posting his picture and insinuating that he's not a good representative of a company is a good idea?
I say that picture isn't a very good idea on his behalf. It was a bad idea. Are you willing to agree that?
Why are you the moral arbitrator?
Well, I'm not. I'm just asking a question. I'm not setting any laws down or anything.
You've taken a position. You've made a stance. You've took a stance here.
And said, is that a good look for that company? That man doing that thing with that top on? Is that a good idea? Do you think?
Why is it relevant? Why do you continue?
Did anyone get in touch? Did anyone get in touch with anybody? Does anybody know whether he's actually been doxed? Because you do know the actual doxing, don't you? Everybody seems to have public information, pictures and such that people post online. That is not doxing. We don't know his name. We don't care to know his name. Right? We know him as Slice Barcane. We are not interested in who he is or where he is. It was just a point that was noticed, Alan.
Stop posting his picture now.
Okay, everybody on your side, don't post any pictures of anyone on the Flat Earth
He
side.
just put it in that video that he made when he doxed you, Emma, on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. He has he's done stuff way worse, and now you're all coming here taking the moral high ground, protecting Sly, which I think is.
No, I'm not.
Shows you.
Wait.
Wait a minute, Emma.
You should
Can I add
know
something?
me.
Can I add something also, Emma?
I'm fed up. I'm absolutely fed up with this trying to tar and smear.
Emma,
It's
can I add
driving
something
me
here?
nuts. Yeah, carry on.
When the globals always when they see something, make their own conspiracy, they think they get doxed. They make a war on it on Twitter, on YouTube. I remember me months ago, some globals on Twitter found some pictures for me online. I never had pictures on my Twitter account. Never. No one knows who I look like. Is that doxing or not? Getting pictures for me from the internet and post them on Twitter. Now Bacon and the Kiwi Farmer responds on that. Let's see what you think about that. That's doxing or not? Finding my private information, how I look like, who I am, on websites online. Did I make something about it online? Oh, you're doxing me and everything and that. No. That's why maybe you should. You're adults. Maybe it's time to grow up, guys. I don't care what you do.
No. Wait a minute here. I have never supported doxing. I haven't went round on the internet trying to find out who any of you are. I don't care who any of you are. I have had several chats with Emma, and I think she would agree that they have all been respectful. I the information she has shared with me has remained private. It's not for me to share. If she wants to share the same information with somebody else about her life or anything else, that's her choice. It's not it's none of my business. I don't support doxing, and I don't go around looking for people's information on the internet.
Well,
so why am I being accused of that?
Can I just make a point there? He said that the information that is out there, and it was Sly that originally put that picture and video out there. It's down to Sly.
And I didn't. And did I say it was doxing for reposting that video, that picture?
But why are you coming here giving Bev shit for reposting a picture?
I didn't give Bev shit posting a picture.
Well, you're coming here to spouting off about
doxing.
It's
mainly Alan that's doing it for.
No, I said, like I said, I am playing devil's advocate to ask questions.
Trash, man.
What I asked was for Bev to look at the motives for posting it over and over and over again.
Okay.
What difference does it make? The picture's out there.
Can you pay me for not posting it?
Just a minute. Can I add to that, right? Well, when they said you are doxing, I say, what, for posting this picture? Because that's all I've done, Alan. So when people accuse me of doxing, I say and show them for posting this picture. Is posting this picture doxing, is what I say, Alan. That's why I keep posting it, because people keep accusing me of doxing, and I keep saying, what, for posting this picture?
Can you not move past it?
No, because people keep accusing me of doxing, so I will say, and continue to say, what, for posting this picture?
I can't go in any of the chats on any of the channels because I know exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to have to explain this stuff over and over again. That someone has made a claim which they've got the wrong end of the stick because like I keep saying, we're not interested in doxing anybody. I don't care. I keep saying, can we please just ignore Sly?
Yes, so can I then go back and play devil's advocate on this point? Right. So posting a picture that somebody has put on the internet, whether that be on a video or on Twitter, is not doxing. They've released that information and that's their choice, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Agreed.
So, as I said though, let's play devil's advocate. Okay? Why even bring up whether he works for that company or not? It's completely irrelevant to the discussion that you were having at the time about horizontal and flat.
No, literally, it had just come about that John Rawlinson, as featured in Sly's video about this very thing, had just emailed that company because I had posted a picture with a calibration sticker on it. So he found the company that had on the calibration sticker. Right? So I was just sort of saying, you want to watch out because there are people out there that will take some information that you post and do some strange things with it.
Yep.
Yeah, both sides of this community have plenty of people that are more than guilty of doing that.
But then they said, Bev, you doxed him. And then I said, what, for posting this picture? And then they went, yeah, Emma as well, and Scorpio, you're all doxing him. Were you trying to ruin his career? And then I say, what, for posting this picture? picture?
Yeah, but what they're moaning about is the fact that none of them were in The Voice when the picture was posted. Someone pointed out the company, and in Voice we all said, "Yeah, we don't need to know that stuff. Ignore it. That we go no further," because that's the kind of people we are. And if anybody had been in listening to Voice, we don't tend to type shit like that in there. And this isn't the kind of server I assume that people are sat watching our every move,
Yeah.
taking screenshots and collating stuff to make us look bad. That's
Oh,
not.
then you're
Cropping
then you're very-
screenshots as well, right? To
you're
make it
very
look.
Yeah.
foolish
No,
and
I
you
get it.
think that's not happening.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, which is why I say to everyone, be careful what you post. And like I said, once that was even mentioned in The Voice, it was, well, yeah, we don't even need to, we're not those kind of people. And that's as far as it went. So we aren't those people that go and track down all of this shit and report people. But I'll tell you now that it could happen, especially if things carry on the way the attacks from Sly, the stuff he doesn't know any of my background, and he's playing with fire.
Even that,
It wouldn't be a good look for him, is what
even
I'm
that
saying.
sounds like a threat. I'm sat here listening, and that.
Okay, so if I did a video about my life story and put it out there, that's a threat, is it? I'm just telling you, he doesn't know anything about me. If I start making public things about my life, it's going to make him look bad.
Why do you need to do that?
I don't. This is the thing. I'm not like that. I'm not interested in the tit for tat. But at what point do I just go, oh, do you know what? Let's just let these people walk all over me and say exactly what they wish. I've been doing that and doing that and doing that, and these people continue to do what they're doing. No, we're not all saints. I understand that. And yes, we all make silly little mistakes we wish we didn't make. But
Okay,
the
let me make
level
this clear.
that this has gone to
Via the
is
only
just
medium
beyond
you guys seem to.
ridiculous.
Why don't you all stop it?
Stop what? We do what we do, which is make videos and do observations and stuff. We get people coming to us. We go in chats and we'll get people bringing stuff up that is just uncalled for. It's unnecessary. What do we do? Just stay silent? Stay out of all the chats? Don't respond?
No. I would say don't respond. Don't give the trolls satisfaction of replying.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
Who are the trolls? And what are the trolls saying?
Well, the people that are saying that you're doxing, don't give them a satisfaction. You've made your statements about it. Just say, I've made my statements. I've made my point clear that I don't support doxing. That's the only statement you need to make. If some idiot wants to keep bringing it up, just say, refer to my last statement.
Okay.
Somebody
What about the
Callum.
what about the trolls that call us child abusers then?
You're obsessed with that.
Yeah. Damn right, Alan. What?
You must mention that every hour.
Yeah. Because I don't consider level being horizontal as child abuse. I consider that reality, Alan. Do you?
Why does it bother you that much?
Because somebody's calling me a child abuser for something that, well, 100% of the people outside know about, right? Everybody out there, Alan, thinks level is horizontal too.
So,
Doesn't it depend on what context you're talking about it in. Because
No.
right,
No.
No,
Don't get-
level is horizontal.
plane. If you don't know that, you're stupid.
right. So, Bev, I'm having a conversation with Bev here, please. So please stop. I haven't come in here and called any of you stupid for thinking that the Earth is
But
flat
if
or
you
anything
don't,
else.
if you don't know that level is a horizontal plane, you are stupid. End of story.
He's probably not wrong.
So I'll ask this question, Bev. According to the heliocentric model, your 1 mile of piping will be at the same level, correct?
I don't know. You're breaking up massively. I can't hear what you're saying, so I don't know. I'm not going to agree to what I can't hear.
Alan, have you been this chivalrous the other way round? So have you been into Gems and Jose's Fight Flat Earth? Have you been everywhere and had this conversation with anyone who posts someone else's picture online? Or is it just me and Bev?
Why'd you ask?
I'd just like to know if your moral standards extend past
Well,
me.
Of course they don't.
well you posted pictures of Gem, and yeah, Emma.
Me personally, no. No?
He's done some good ones, though.
I will stand.
What about that?
I will defend them
What
here.
about
I
that?
don't believe it.
That not you, Emma?
And what's
It's
that?
not me.
What is that, Alan? What are you saying about that picture? What are you saying?
That's a picture
Yeah.
which plays on Gem's disabilities.
No, it doesn't.
What, that he can't do triangles?
Yeah.
No,
Is
it's
that-
nothing
that's
to
a
do with his
disability.
disability. Oh.
Alan, swat, man.
That's great,
You know
Alan.
Gem's disabled, right? You know Gem's
Gem and his triangle disability.
Yeah.
We know Jem has a disability. We love. I like Jem.
Do you know what? I didn't know Jem.
I didn't know Gem's got a disability.
What's that? Being short's a disability now, is it?
Shut up! I'm short.
Well, according to
Define
Amos.
short,
I'm 5'3".
not short.
Yep. So there's nothing wrong with being short. No. They're just.
So what's
They're
Gem's
mean.
disability? What's Gem's disability? I'm
I
curious.
don't know. I don't know.
Alan,
Alan?
what's Gem's disability?
curvature of the spine.
Okay.
So how does that mean equate to playing on Gem's disability?
Well, why is his face on a goal?
Well, how does it equate to playing on his disability?
Why is
You're the one that made the claim. Now back your claim.
I'm
How does
backing
it?
it. Why
how
is
does
his
it?
face on a goal?
Well, why not?
Dude, do you want to see some of the memes of me?
No.
Bringing up memes is pointless because
Yeah.
both sides just
Yeah,
take
Alan brought this up. Stupid idea, Alan. Why'd you bring it up?
I have memes of me, like me, and they are hilarious. And do you know what? None of
The
them offend me.
Emmalo's the best one.
I just take it as what it is. People being people and having a bit of fun. Doesn't offend me at all.
Yeah, have
And
you seen,
that is
have you
not
seen the
what
ones
the
they did of
memes
me
are meant.
for Twitter? The
Oh,
freak
no.
shows, the ones that Cosmo
Yeah.
and the boys do with me.
Yeah,
Alan.
genius.
Have you had to go at them?
Oh yeah, the clown ones, Alan. Have you had to go at Cosmo about all these clown memes of Bev and Emma?
Responsible for anybody else.
Have you
right.
seen, have you
Well,
seen
why are
me
you
in the
coming in
fetish
here then?
gear?
Let's see how deep your double standards are, Alan.
Responsible for anybody else.
Well, why are you
So,
coming
why
in
you-
here then? Talking about this?
Asking you questions about where your morality is.
Well, why are you coming here questioning our morality when you're not going anywhere else and questioning their morality?
I'm asking you.
Get off your high horse, Alan.
I'm asking
it.
you.
But so
That'd be a hot donkey.
Yeah.
the thing
high
is, though,
ass.
I came into this chat. I didn't start talking about the doctrine. I was pulled into this conversation. and Alan then joined afterwards. So
No, this whole conversation is
why is it-
down to Alan.
That's
It's,
what- no, Bev started the doxing conversation.
no,
I
actually,
asked you why you came in.
You started the doxing conversation with Brian Mullin, actually.
No,
Yes.
I came in and said hello, people.
You used the doxing of
After
Brian
I
Mullin
was
as an
asked-
example.
After I was asked a question
your
about
facts
I knew what was
straight.
going on
Get
with
your
the
facts
doxing.
straight. You are the one that brought Brian Mullin into the conversation as an
After I
example.
was asked about doxing, I used it as
you
an
boys,
example.
I
No,
can't
but-
even remember where
DP,
your conversation
DP, let us go.
started.
Right, well, at beginning, it was just about posting pictures, right? And the fact that that isn't doxing, right?
Yes,
And then you, when it turned into the actual doxing, you used Brian Mullen as an example.
no, you see, here's the thing. I said I was playing devil's advocate.
Okay,
to
but there was.
ask you some
We
questions.
do
I
agree.
wasn't
There was
playing
no doxing taking part up until you mentioned about Brian Mullen. That was the first actual doxing.
When have I ever claimed that you were doxing by reposting a picture that somebody else made public?
No, that's what I'm saying. At the beginning, we decided that that definitely wasn't doxing, didn't we? So the only actual doxing that we started talking about was when you brought Brian Mullen into it, because that's why he's not here anymore, right?
No. And again, I said I would play devil's advocate to be a twisted shit to illustrate a point.
Okay. What? It was
I
correct?
wasn't accusing anybody of doxing. I wasn't accusing. I think this whole doxing thing has gone too far. I don't think people should be phoning other people's places of work and interfering with their livelihoods.
Who's done that?
Wasn't done by our side.
Yeah. Who's phoned anybody's places of work? You're not accusing anybody of actually doing that, are you? Or are you still again talking about the Brian Mullen thing?
I was referring to the Brian Mullen thing. As I said, I was doing this as a devil's advocate position.
Okay, so what about somebody phoning a company that has been recently used by somebody on our side
I don't
to
agree
gain
with that either.
information about that person?
Then I have serious issues with that company if they don't understand that. Because
No, not the company, the person who phoned the company to make the inquiry.
I've lost in the context you're asking me the question.
Oh, that's handy. That is really handy. Do
No,
you want me to go through it step by step?
I'm asking you to restate
Right.
it.
There is a Twitter troll that got information about the company that Bev got his level from and got his level calibrated at. They then got in touch with that company seeking information about Bev.
And Slice Barcane put that information in the video when he says that I was doxing him, apparently. Isn't that weird? Doesn't that seem like back to front? Actually, in the video that Slice Barcane made, where he put Emma's Twitter on it, and the Discord that you're in right now. So Slice Barcane has made a video and linked 3 of us to it with Twitter handles, this server, and said that we were doxing him whilst he's giving out information about stuff that I did and we've done. It's weird, isn't it?
Why are you attacking me over what
Devil?
somebody
No, I'm
else
just
has
saying
done?
you're playing devil's advocate. I mean, how does that fit within your devil's advocate sort of position?
Right, I can't play devil's advocate for both sides at the one time.
Right, so all we've done is posted a few pictures trying to do a few tests and get information about a level. Because we're doing a level test, right? That's all we're doing here. And you're playing devil's advocate because We've posted a picture and then
No.
tried to defend
No.
ourselves. Okay.
No, Bev. Again, you see, this is the thing. You're not actually listening to my position and what I'm trying to do here. I'm not getting you to defend posting the picture. I don't give a shit that you posted the picture. Same with, it's like Emma said, it's memes. It's like Emma's getting her picture posted on memes, right? That's not talking. That's just part of this shit show.
Okay. So you keep going on about people phoning people's business work. I mean, and then linking that to Brian Mullen. Well, wasn't Brian Mullen on our side again? So sort of like somebody phoning the company up that where I got my level
Right.
calibrated.
And so I will respond to that point now then, okay? I have two issues with that. Okay? One, if the company give out any information about you, I would have serious concerns considering they're not following the GDPR regulations that are in place in the UK. Okay?
Okay, well, it's not about them, is it? It's about the person that sent...
No, there's two sides to this.
Okay.
No, there's only the one side about the person who went seeking the
No,
information.
there are two sides.
No.
They posted it on Twitter afterwards as well.
Yes, and I will respond to that second part in a minute. But don't dictate to me how I'm going to respond when you've asked me a question.
Well, the point you're making is pointless.
No, it's not, because there are laws in the UK that state that... Mark,
And this would never have become a question about those laws unless that person had gone seeking that information in the first
I will
instance.
now address that point.
So your first point was irrelevant.
No, it's not. Because that first point is the basis on which
No, it's
we
not.
protect
The
our
first
personal
point.
information in
The
UK.
first point is the person going looking for the information.
And I can... Right. So, I'm going to say you work for McDonald's, okay? Not
No, I
like,
don't.
let's say you work for McDonald's. No,
No, I don't.
It's an example.
Well, can you choose a better company then?
Give me a company then that you're happy with.
I'm a sales executive for Rolls-Royce. How about that?
Fine. You work for Rolls-Royce. You are the top sales executive in
Well
the company.
done.
Okay?
Thank you.
I phone up Rolls-Royce asking for any information about you. The first response should have been from them, take a fucking run and jump.
Well, we don't know what he asked them. We just know the reply that they got given, right?
Now I will
So there you go. That's why he posted the replies that he got given. He didn't
No.
post his questions and what he asked. Because all I said was that level is horizontal.
Can I be allowed to actually address what I'm being accused of here?
You're not being accused of anything.
I am. I'm being attacked for
Attack.
You're playing devil's advocate for somebody that isn't here, right? Aren't you?
No,
Well, what are you doing then?
I'm playing devil's advocate to illustrate the optics of how you stated things may appear. It is
So
I don't understand that.
different
No,
things.
he's playing devil's advocate for a make-believe situation.
Yeah.
No, I'm not, because
Yeah, you are.
I'm directly referring
You
to
just
the
said for
situation.
things how things may appear. What?
We've showed
Well,
you
try
that
playing-
we've just posted a picture. I mean, what are you playing devil's advocate for?
I will now address that point.
Thank you.
Do I think somebody should phone up the company where you bought your
No. What are you playing devil's advocate for?
That is a
Being
different
here.
study. That is a different bloody topic that we've gone past now. I've been asked to address a specific point, and I will address it. Okay? Should somebody have went to that company just because they found out that's where you bought your level?
John Rawlinson.
Fuck.
Right?
Don't care who it was.
So it's in the live stream. That's the guy. He's a long-time troll.
And as I said, I don't care.
You see
I've
there?
not read it. I have
He's,
no
he's even
interest.
posting the fact that the carer's allowance from the government, because he knows I'm a carer. Right? He can't get to my business of employment because I'm a carer for my family. So he tries any other way he can, and I'm guessing this doxing thing is probably got something to do with him.
It's a good attempt, isn't it?
Yeah. So
Because if there'd have been somebody at that company that wasn't as on the ball as they should have been.
well, no, he got the wrong company and everything. He didn't know, because he's going on about Wakefield and all of that, but that's not where I got it from, right? He didn't know that ESS has just bought the Zenith surveying thing in a conglomerate sort of thing, so that's why it's ESS head office, and they won't really have much of an idea about the calibration guys at the calibration place, because it's just been grouped into the bigger company. So, I mean, that's what all he did was he wanted to equate me saying that level was horizontal with the earth being flat. I mean, that's what he literally did.
Isn't that what you're trying to prove with your
No,
experiment?
level is horizontal. That's all I'm trying to show you people. Because I got accused of being a child abuser for saying that.
I haven't abused you, Bev. So
No, I'm not.
Please stop bringing that up against me.
I'm not bringing it up
I am
against
not-
you at all. I'm just
I am-
stating
I-
a fact, Bacon. Unless you feel guilty or something.
No, it's a
Well, I'm not saying it towards you. I'm saying I'm here at this very moment because somebody called me a child abuser for saying level is a straight line in a horizontal plane.
And address it to them.
Well, that's
I don't
listen,
wish-
Bacon.
I haven't
Yeah,
accusation
Bacon.
against you.
Bacon, right? I have developed a test, right, to show that very fact. Now, Jesse Kozlowski just the other week told us that the water level drops away from the horizontal. So, I buy a level that establishes a horizontal, then I can measure the drop of the water level, can't I?
Over
That's what
over
the
what
test
test
is, right, Bacon?
Bev,
Yeah?
so if you have two of your levels looking at each other,
What, like, why? Somebody, who else did this? Kosho, have you all got a group meeting? Have you had a group meeting where you've all decided that this is the way that you want to do it, right? Rather than
No,
actually
no,
listen
Graham.
to a way
No.
to actually do it, no?
no,
Levels
Bev,
looking
because
at
I'm
each
asking
other.
you a question. You do understand that what you are saying will happen on the globe Earth, that if you have a mile-long tube, they will both show the difference from the center of the Earth because of gravity.
No, a level, a water, like a water level establishes a horizontal plane, I say, right? But the level that I bought, that the calibration guys tested and calibrated, put the sticker on the side of it, right? That level is a sighted level, right? And it establishes a horizontal, right?
Why don't they look there? if you
Can I
have
get a
six
confirmation though,
levels now,
Bacon,
if they
that you understand that that sighted level establishes a horizontal line, right?
from that one point,
Right, okay,
if
right.
it's a horizontal line of sight, it is not parallel with the surface of the Earth.
Right. Do you know anything about geometry? Have you ever looked at in Euclid's Elements at all?
No.
No, right, okay, so that's useless then, right? But trust me that a straight line doesn't have any curvature to it, and two straight lines can't share a common segment, right? It just sounds logical, right? But because of that, that's geometrical proof through Euclidean geometry, right? That straight lines, a horizontal line is straight and it will keep on going straight. So if that goes straight and establishes a horizontal, then what's the water gonna do, Bacon? Because Jesse Kozlowski says it drops.
Yes, because it will conform to the...
Right, so brilliant. Another confirmation that there is measurable drop of the water level away from horizontal, right, Bacon?
No.
What? No?
No, Bev.
Well, if the horizontal line of sight is a straight line, then the water level must also be a straight line.
No. The water level will conform to the
So
forces.
are you saying there's a drop to the water level from the horizontal then?
No, I'm saying your water
How
level
can-
only measures the same distance from the centre of
You
the
can
Earth.
you can
according
tell
to
you
the
haven't got any
model.
geometry backing because you don't know what you're saying at the minute. You're
No, you're
conflicted.
just disagreeing with. You're just disagreeing with it.
No.
Answer me this question. Then,
I say,
Beth.
listen, Bacon, I say the water level establishes a horizontal just exactly the same as a laser level, a optical level, a theodolite, right, set at 90 degrees.
So again, if it's a flat, parallel Earth that we're on, why do those two calibrated devices not look at each other?
Have you done that?
I haven't done theodolites, but I've used plenty of rifle scopes. To 1,000 yards.
And so you've not done this. Is this just imagined?
No, but I don't have to do everything
Are you
myself.
imagining that horizontals intersect with each other?
Answer me this question.
Bacon,
Bev.
no. Are you imagining
I'm not playing
that
your game,
horizontals...
Bev. I'm not playing games.
It's not a game. It's just a very simple question, Bacon.
If I'm wrong,
You know nothing about geometry and you know nothing about surveying. But you're trying to imagine something that you don't even know what you're thinking about.
You have qualifications in surveying, Bev.
Pardon?
You have qualifications in surveying.
I have qualifications, yes.
In surveying.
Yes, land surveying.
Right. So let me ask this question then, please. Right. According to the heliocentric model,
Who cares about the heliocentric model?
Yeah, your imaginary model, right? Not reality. I mean, when I did land surveying, we
not
dealt in
then
reality.
Why the hell have we got thousands of pictures from space that show it as a
Oh, nice. Yeah.
You should learn the difference between a picture and an image.
Can we stick on this level thing, though, that you're imagining?
Right. So, on a heliocentric model, if you have a 1 mile long length of water pipe, do you understand that because of the forces of gravity that we say exist as gravity, that it will just show you the same level from that...
A horizontal. Yeah, water level will
No,
establish a
not
horizontal.
horizontal.
Yeah, of course it will. What do you think a water level does?
It shows you that you are the same distance from the centre of the Earth at each end of it.
No, it wouldn't. It just a water level would go over the top of it, wouldn't it? It'd be like just putting a flat thing on top of a ball.
No.
Yeah, of course it would. You know, like when you see land. Let's imagine that there's land and it's sticking out of the water. Well, the water is level all the way around the outside of that land, right? It doesn't go up the land at all. It just stays level around the outside of it. I mean, that's what the water level means, right? Just means it means horizontal. Level. That means horizontal. That's my point. Always has been. I've never come off that. I've been doing it for a year.
So what? Right. So what benefit then is there, Bev, of you trying to do this experiment? Because again, you're ignoring what.
It's not an experiment, is it?
An observation. Then, sorry.
Unless you think it's an experiment, is it science somehow? That water being level, is that science?
Sorry, an observation then.
Okay,
It can
it's
be
like a
made
natural law or something.
If you find something to adjust in your observation, then it becomes an experiment. So you can, if we can find something,
manipulate something.
manipulate something, then it
There's
does become an
observational
experiment.
science as well.
No, you should also learn the scientific method.
I have a degree in applied biochemical sciences.
Yeah, okay. You should
Applied
learn
failed
about
chemical sciences. Did you just say?
Applied biochemical science.
failed degree. Maybe is what he said.
Right. So
And I'm the one that's coming off of the ad homs and stuff.
Right,
Because
is
you
it-
don't like the fact that there isn't just one scientific method.
I didn't add for me.
I've
When
not
did
got
I add
anything
for
to
me?
do with the.
Saying that my whole thing is my degree was a failed degree.
No, I thought
not-
that's what you
not an
said.
add for me, is it?
So I said applied.
Okay. Right. Okay. So, is the water level being horizontal? Is that science then, or do you think it's not actually? I mean, if we don't know what it is,
Answer my
then
question,
it might be scientific, right? We might be trying to learn something here.
So answer my question then, please. Do you understand that on a flat Earth or a heliocentric model, you will get the same result?
I understand. In reality, the water level establishes a horizontal plane of reference. Right? That's all I understand. I'm a pretty simple type of person, right?
Gravity, it will just show you that it is reacting to the forces exerted on it.
The
So it will be the
horizontal.
same
What?
From the center of the Earth
I-
at that
Right.
particular
But
point.
horizontal, right? Are you saying the horizontal actually curves, or what? What are you saying?
Horizontal, yes, because it will just show you that it's that there. If you put in spaces between, all it's saying at the upright that you are measuring, all that's saying, according to the heliocentric model, is you are the same distance from the center of the Earth.
Okay. Bendizontal? It's like horizontal that curves round a ball. Bacon.
It's called Euclidean geometry.
Pardon?
Bev,
Yes?
answer my question. You ran away from it. Do you understand that your test will give the same result on a curved Earth and a flat?
Well, I'm asking, are you imagining a horizontal that bends around a circle? Is that bendizontal, Bacon? Are you not? Yeah.
Just, see, this is why, Bev, people throwing shit at you because you don't answer my question.
Horizontal is a straight line, right? It's perpendicular to vertical. It is a straight line. It doesn't bend. Pardon?
In 2D representation, yes. We don't live in a 2D world. We live in a 3D world.
Yeah, do you imagine vertical is just two-dimensional? Is that what you... Really?
No, Beth, I'm saying that the forces that we experience on Earth will make the level curve round with the shape of the Earth. All you are establishing is that at each end of your pipe, you are the same distance from the centre of the Earth.
You're imagining that curved thing that goes around that circle that you've just done. You think that's horizontal, right? That's what I'm saying.
Then, Bev, do the optical test and prove that point.
Are you suggesting that you think that horizontal actually bends around a circle? Is that what you're saying?
I am saying that the 2 points at the end of your pipe, all you're establishing is the distance from the centre of the Earth. You're
Okay.
establishing nothing else.
Right, so if we put that bit in the centre, if you've seen that, right, would that be higher?
You'd have to go out to the side and actually look to be part
Right.
of the 1 mile tube
I
as well.
like your spirit, Bacon, but I mean, you've come to the end of your road here, right? You don't know anything about surveying.
No, so
You
you're
don't know
running
anything
away.
about
No,
geometry,
you're running
you're
away.
just imagining things
You
that
have
you
run away from
have to
my
happen.
question, Bev. Why have you run away from my question?
I'm not running away
Bev?
from anything. I'm here, Bacon.
Answer the question then.
Which, go on,
Understand
give us the
that
question.
Do you understand that regardless of whether it be a flat plane or a horizontal, a flat plane or a curved earth, each end of those pipes will give you the same result?
Once again, there is only one reality, Bacon.
The reality is that the earth
That-
is a
that water would establish a horizontal plane of reference. That's what the tool does. Now, we do have a test going.
that conforms to the external forces acting on it.
Not with a horizontal line of sight. It doesn't know, Bacon. I don't think you don't really understand this. That level being horizontal means that it's a straight line. Now you imagine the water level to curve, don't you?
You're measuring the start of your
Jesse
pipe
Kozlowski
and the
says
pipe. You're
the
not doing
water.
anything.
I'll get it for you so you can hear it.
I don't need, Bev. I've seen all your cherry pick definitions.
No, this is Jesse Kozlowski. He's your top surveyor. He's the guy that does all of this stuff for you. He's the one that's told you, like Fight the Flat Earthers told you, don't say level is horizontal because that means flat Earth.
Bev, Jesse Kozlowski and Fight the Flat Earth don't tell me fucking anything.
Oh, so you're just making this shit up yourself then, right?
No, Bev, I am trying to.
Well, where do you get your information?
Do you understand that on a flat Earth or a globe,
Oh,
your test
you think he's going all crackly again?
Has he gone away?
My ears.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna play this Jesse Kozlowski for anybody if you want to listen to it.
Jesse Kozlowski said.
You can measure this. The level surface drops down from the horizontal plane at a rate of 8 inches times the distance in miles squared.
There you go. Jesse Kozlowski says right at the very beginning, you don't have to go much more than 10 seconds in to say the level. So he's your top surveyor, Bacon.
He's not my surveyor, Bev.
I'm saying on your side.
surveyor.
He's your side's top surveyor. He's the one that everybody cites. McToons has got a whole website made for him. I mean, Jesse has. Yeah.
You're talking to me. I don't give a fuck about what these other people said.
Okay. So are you a higher authority then, or?
No.
No.
And they're not my authority either.
Okay. So, like, okay, you don't know anything about surveying. You don't know much about geometry. And
doesn't give a fuck what surveyor
you
says.
don't care what Jesse, who's your side's top surveyor, says. And you don't really care about what the actual surveyors say either. You're going to make your shit up on your own, aren't you?
Answer my question, Bev. Do you understand that on a flat Earth or
Oh,
on a globe...
fuck's sake, Bacon. Come on. There's only one reality, and that reality, the water level, establishes a horizontal plane of reference. Now, in your imagination, I would imagine something else has to happen. But that doesn't equate with reality, does it?
And in reality, Bev, all that has been measured at the end of your water pipe are the external forces that are acting on the water at each of those points.
Do you have some proof of these forces that you speak of?
You can see gravity in a vacuum where items fall at the same speed.
Sorry? Can you say that again?
Yeah, gravity can be observed. If you drop two items of different densities in a vacuum, they will fall at the same rate.
Do we live in a vacuum?
No, that's why you.
Well, there you go. So
things like
you don't have a practical demonstration of your claim.
Things don't float in vacuums.
What's making them accelerate downwards then?
Who knows? But you claim. You make a claim that you've got no proof of.
No, you're just rejecting the proof.
No, you don't have any proof. There is no proof for me to reject. You're just making an idle claim.
Does it take a force to cause an acceleration?
Well, you claim it does.
Have you ever seen something accelerate without a force?
You don't have any proof of your claim.
Have you seen anything? So then give me an example of something accelerating without a force.
If I drop an apple from a tree, the apple accelerates as it was claimed to accelerate as it falls down.
Is this can I just interrupt? Is this a thinking force that isn't an actual force that we're talking about, Bacon? A thought force.
Not my... No.
There's no kinetics. There's no...
Why? I am asking what causes the acceleration.
No, you asked me to give you a practical example of something that accelerates without a force being put into it. I told you an apple falling from a tree.
No, then you're making the claim that gravity doesn't exist.
The apple falls from the tree.
And it accelerates. So why doesn't it fall at the same rate? Why does it accelerate?
Well, why not? Just because you claim a force of gravity that you can't prove.
Go deep.
And you can't prove there's no force on it because it's accelerating, and every experience we have shows that it requires a force to cause acceleration.
But you can only prove that acceleration in a vacuum, and we don't live in a vacuum.
No, you can prove the same. An apple falling from a tree will accelerate.
So you claim.
Are you claiming that it doesn't?
I've never tested an apple falling from a tree. I've never timed it. I've never been around. I've seen a coconut fall from a tree.
No, you said that it travels. So from the point that it leaves the tree, that it doesn't accelerate, and it hits the ground.
Well, of course there is an impetus of movement. So what causes that impetus of movement?
and we are saying that the external force, one of the external forces that causes this acceleration is gravity.
Your claim of gravity that you have no proof of.
And again, prove to me that something doesn't accelerate without a force.
No. I asked you to prove that gravity exists.
And we are saying
you made a claim of gravity.
And you're rejecting the proof.
You have no proof.
Oh, you are just rejecting the proof.
You have no proof.
You're rejecting the proof.
What proof are you claiming?
The apple is accelerating from it leaves the tree to it hits the ground.
That is not proof of anything.
You're rejecting the proof.
That is
Okay. Can I ask a question?
fucking
Can I ask a question?
Oh dear, oh dear.
I'm gonna ask a quick question. Okay, so the apple falls down. You claim it's acceleration. What about the helium balloon? Where's the attraction there?
That uses gravity in the calculation for it.
Calculation?
For the helium balloon.
What?
Calculation for a helium balloon.
That's not going down.
Oh dear.
It's
Boom, boom, boom.
the calculation end up with it saying up.
A negative.
And when you look at the force of buoyancy, it will overcome the force of gravity. There are two forces.
That's two forces that aren't forces then. The multiplying.
And again, you are rejecting it. So this is what this whole argument has come down to. So so
it started off about level being horizontal, and you've switched it to a G thing.
No, Bev.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Yeah, of course you did.
I didn't. Right, so Bev, answer me this question then, okay?
I'll try.
What would it take to show? What evidence would you accept to show that the Earth is a sphere?
Well, have you heard my modus tollens?
If I did, I don't remember it, so give it to me again.
I'll put it up in the chat. I
Laughing
think I
with
did it
it.
again. It's like QEs. You surely you've heard of QEs.
No, it's not like QE's.
Well,
Yours is more concise than
Okay, so it goes like this. If the Earth is a spherical object, P, you're okay with that? That's your premise, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then the surface of liquid water must curve. Q.
Yes, so I will ask the question.
Does that sound good though? I mean, antecedent consequent relationship there. That's
I have no problem with that.
brilliant. Okay.
Right.
Yep.
So
then all the proof needs to come in establishing that the surface of liquid water is curved or not then, right?
Yes, but
Okay.
2 points.
So when I offer up the fact that a water level is a tool that establishes a horizontal plane of reference.
That is only measuring 2 simple points, which are
No, it's a it's a
external force.
horizontal plane of reference, right?
So then, Bev, back
Yes.
it up then. Back it up and show that your 2 humans are to each other.
Sorry, you broke up again. What did you say?
He dropped out. He coming back.
Oh.
He's back.
So, up then, do what the people are asking you to do and take an optical measurement of it as well.
Yeah, that's what I bought the level for and showed that I got it calibrated.
Oh dear, oh
right?
dear. All this round and round.
Yeah,
Over what distance is that usable for?
Pardon?
Over what distance?
Right. Do you understand? I'll go over it again. In geometry, 2 straight lines cannot share a common segment. Do you understand what that means?
Right, so let me ask a question then. Right. So you've got your level. You've put out your mile-long pipe. Okay.
Hang on. Bev asked you a question. Can you answer his question before we move on to your question? He asked you if you
I am
understand.
trying to understand his test, so I'm on.
Yeah, no, this is a basic geometrical fact.
Question.
Right, you can work this logically, can't you? You can just imagine two straight lines and try and imagine them sharing a common segment. Right?
What do you mean by sharing a common segment?
Well, can you imagine two straight lines?
Right, so two railway tracks, yeah.
No, just two straight lines. I mean, you've got to imagine these in your head, right? Because you have to manipulate them and move them around. Use your imagination, right? So you've got two straight lines. Now, is there any way you can get them to share a common segment of the straight line that they are on? Both of them are straight lines, but can you get them to share a common segment?
If they're parallel to each other, no.
No. And if they're perpendicular to each other, they're not sharing a common segment, are they? Because they're perpendicular. Right? So can you imagine them sharing a common segment? Because I'd say you can't, and it's geometrically proven within Euclid. I mean, genius that he is. But I mean, if you'd actually had a look at any of that sort of stuff, then there would be a proof.
So then let me ask.
So wait a minute, I've not finished. So
and I'm the one that's trying to understand.
Well, I'm gonna. Yeah, but other people are also listening, right? There's not just you. Other people. So these two straight lines, if they ever were to share a common segment, no matter where it was, it would turn into the same straight line. Right? So the saying, it's like a logical saying. Two straight lines can't share a common segment. Means that if you can prove that a segment is shared, then it is the same straight line that you are dealing with. And that's the basics in the premise of how surveyors work with their auto level, right? Do you understand that? And the basics, actually, it's the basics of my test, my water level test.
Answer me that. All right, so then answer me this question.
So, sort of a geometrical proof, if you will, to go with it, back in the background.
Right.
Principles behind it.
So you have your 1 mile long of water pipe, okay? Point A, we'll say, is the water level is 5 feet from the ground, okay? Set up your auto level so
from
it's
the ground.
From the point of from where you're measuring up, it's approximately 5 feet up.
Yeah, but I mean that's irrelevant. You'd only the line, you understand, establishes the horizontal that you can measure from. Right, so the two ends of the pipe, the water that's in it, that is your reference frame that you would use to measure from, right?
And yes, and if you let me actually ask you a question, Bev, you'd see where I'm going with this. Okay? You have set out your 1 mile of pipe, okay? And it's full of water.
Okay.
Yeah?
So the horizontal is already established. The levels there.
And A is approximately 5 feet in the air, and it is in line with the crosshairs of your level. Yeah.
What? Wait a minute. Where's the level? The level's it's 5 feet. Okay. Yep.
Right?
I'm with you.
And that's in line with point A of your water pipe. Yeah.
Yeah. Is my thing in the middle? Is the level in the middle? Am I looking at one end and then I'm going to turn and look at the other end?
You are at point A.
Okay, with the level.
With the water level pipe and the level that you bought from the company.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you.
Right, so your level's been calibrated, and so the crosshairs of your level are directly in line with the level of the water in the pipe.
Well, we could just measure the height of the water in the pipe and measure the height, right? Because that's what you do. You do it with the measuring tool, right? But I mean, I'm with you. Go on, carry on. I'm just backing it up with a measurement as well that you can sort of document. Put a measuring stick at the side of it, can't you?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
just
getting more clarity.
All that matters is that the crosshairs of your level
Yep.
is in line with the water level that's in your pipe.
Okay, so the initial starting horizontal height of the level is the same height as the water level at point A.
Yes.
Okay, brilliant. I mean, yeah. I mean, this is. Have you heard about our test? Because I mean, you bang on at the minute. This is. We've already got this planned.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that. So let me continue then, please. This is why people get frustrated with you, Bev, is because you don't let them finish and they.
You're telling me my test, though. I mean, brilliant.
No, it's confirmation, Bev, right? So let me follow it on through, okay? Right, so you have your level with the water pipe at point A. Yeah?
Haven't we been here before? Haven't we agreed to this already?
So, are you saying that when you look through that level at point B, which is your 1 mile long water pipe,
It's too far.
we agree with.
It's too far. You don't sight through an auto level that far.
So how far? That's what. So again, this is a question I asked you, but you didn't want to answer. How
You've
far?
never asked me that.
Is it except? I did. I asked you how far is it? Is your level useful for?
Oh, useful for. I'm gonna actually go out and do a test. It's been pissing it down, so we haven't had a chance to go out there. But this is a brand new level for me. This one. Now I'm gonna go out and sight it, and I'm reckoning what sort of accuracy would you sort of imagine that you'd want? You know, if you would like to look through a telescope, right? Imagine it's a 32 times scope, because that's about as big as they go. And you're looking at a measuring rod. Like, I'll get you a picture of one of them. Surely you know what they are. You'll have
Yes,
seen.
I know what the red and white sticks are. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'll put it in the chat in case anybody else wants to have a look, so they know, right? So you're looking through. You're looking through your auto level with the scope, 32 times scope, and you're going to look at that. Now, what sort of accuracy would you reckon you'd want?
I don't know, Bev. That's why I'm asking you, because
Okay. So
you bought the thing.
no. Look. We're trying to measure the drop of the horizontal over a mile, right? Now, would you be happy with let's say a centimetre, or would you want it down to the millimetre? Because that would obviously depend on how far you can sight through the scope, because things get smaller in the distance, don't they?
And that's what I was asking you, Bev, is how accurate can you be over what distance?
Okay, well, how many? I mean, I know you don't know anything about surveying, you don't know anything about this, but what would you imagine that you've seen people do when they've sighted through scopes to make measurements? I mean, how far would you imagine you could go?
Well, I know with my rifle scope, I can go out to 1,000 meters.
Oh, you reckon? How accurate do you reckon you could be reading one of them measurement things over
Well,
that?
put it like this: I group bullets in less than an inch at 1,000 yards.
You could. Sorry.
I group bullets at less than an inch at 1,000 yards.
You
Groups bullets. He can have a group of bullets in less than an inch. How many bullets?
Generally, that range of
1,000 yards.
three shot group.
Sorry, 3? So he can get 3 bullets in a square inch at 1,000 yards.
Okay. And that, what sort of scope did you have on that then?
I have an 8x56 Zeiss.
So 56 times. Yeah, this is a 32 on a thing. So what?
And I use my 8x40, 8x42, and I will do the same thing, but it's a different rifle.
Okay, but that's a 42 again. Like we're saying, 32 scope on a on an auto level.
And I've seen people do 2-inch group with open sights at 1,000 yards.
So you're happy, like to be 2 inches off. When like when somebody says, if you're after it being horizontal, you'd be going, yeah, that's fine, 2 inches, either way.
Right. So here's the thing, right? So I think we can both agree that as inaccurate as the 8 inches per mile squared is.
How do you mean it's inaccurate?
It's going to be very when you go to huge distances.
But we're just doing this over a mile, right? We've got a water level and we've got an optical level.
Bev, let me actually finish a sentence, please, before you jump to where you think I'm going.
No, you're trying to tell me my test or the way we're doing it, and we got halfway into it, and now you've... where are you going?
I haven't went anywhere with it, Bev.
We started it. We had the crosshairs at the beginning, and then we're deciding now how far we can see with it.
Let me bloody finish, Bev. Right? When you go to long distances, that measurement is inaccurate. It's a parabola and not a curve, right?
Yeah, but it's accurate within 1,000 miles.
We're
only doing a mile, so it is.
So let me actually finish saying what I'm bloody trying to say, please.
Well, what you're trying to say has no relevance because
Just
it's
because
accurate. It's accurate within the distance that we're working to.
And that's where I'm bloody going next.
So why are you bringing it up if it is accurate, the 8 inches per mile
Why
squared?
are you bloody waffling then and stopping me from getting to my point?
Because your point is irrelevant.
How far we can see through a scope with what accuracy. Now, I'm saying I would like millimeter accuracy. So what distance do you reckon you could see through a 32 times scope? I'm going to go out and test it in a bit. So you can have a guess. And
if you want me to have a guess, then give me the optics. Give me the
32 times.
No, I can make a 32 times magnification then, and put it in a scope. It doesn't mean it's the same quality as somebody else. So again, who makes the lenses?
I've put it in the thing. You go and ask John, but I did put it in earlier. If you want to go and have a look, it's a Datum 32 scope, right? Level that comes from that firm. It's their own firm. I don't know. What are you talking about?
Because the lens, the quality of the lens will have a huge difference on your.
Okay, well, let's say it's the best. I mean, it only cost £100, but let's say it's a good lens. How far would that be? And let's say it's a shit lens. How far would that be? Just give us a range. How far you would be happy to get with a millimeter accuracy, looking through the scope at one of those measuring sticks to the millimeter. I'm estimating about, I don't know, I'd be happy to get over 30 metres. But, I mean, 50 metres would be brilliant, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I probably agree.
Right. So, okay then. So now, we've got our level, and we've got it sorted. We're looking at the crosshairs, and we know we can get 50 metres. So every transition would be 50 metres one way, 50 metres the other way.
And
right?
What's the drop over 100 metres, Bev?
Of what? The drop of what?
If the Earth is curved.
No. This is an optical level, right? All we are doing is setting a horizontal. We're going to peg it out with the optical level to the millimeter. over a mile. So we'd be happy at the end by saying that peg is the same horizontal within the millimetre to that other one that we started at A.
No.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be.
It's
It's only within a millimetre from the point that you measured it last. That's it.
So what part of optical didn't you hear?
Yeah.
You take a measurement.
What part of optical didn't you
using
hear?
pegs? What? I don't understand. What do you not see?
Jesus, he really doesn't get it, does he?
No.
No, and this is where you don't.
You don't understand. Nice. Go on.
No. You're claiming I don't understand, but then you're not.
You don't understand. You don't understand how an optical level works. You are making it blatantly obvious that you don't understand how an optical level works.
I did start
And
with remember the bit about the two straight lines not being able to share a common segment. Remember that bit?
Your measurement is only accurate from the point of your last point of measurement.
Oh my life, your head is so stuck on a ball that you can't figure out how optics works.
Yeah, or horizontal, and
If I
transposing
didn't
a
know how
horizontal.
optics work, how the hell do I zero my rifle?
Well, we've only got your word that you do that, and you do it properly.
And the same way I've only got your word that you know what you're bloody talking about.
Well, you, my friend, are making it blatantly obvious that you have got no clue how an optical sight level works.
Mic check.
Yep.
Neil,
What's going on?
we've got a donut who doesn't know how an optical level works.
Yeah, we've got people who don't, they admittedly don't know anything about surveying, don't know anything about geometry, but they imagine they live on this model that then they can tell people that work and with the tools and this sort of stuff that they don't know what they're talking about. It's amazing.
No, I think it's amazing that you can reject so much evidence to the contrary.
Evidence, supply some.
And remember, we're just talking about level being horizontal here, Bacon, right?
And you're talking about over span is all you can optically measure across. So I'm asking you, what drop would you expect to see if we do live on a ball?
A drop of what? I say it again, Bacon.
How much higher would you have to raise the stick off the ground to get?
For a horizontal, Bacon is horizontal. It's a straight line. It doesn't curve.
Of the ball.
Are we advocating for a bendizontal, Bacon? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that you're arguing against a model that you don't understand. The same way you're claiming that I'm arguing for a model that doesn't exist.
No, horizontal, Bacon.
I'm still waiting to see this model.
Horizontal's a straight line, right? Bacon?
On a flat piece of paper, yes.
No.
No, a horizontal is a straight line.
And right. So what reference in if the Earth is curving underneath it, and we have these forces that we say, again, do you understand that your 2 points at the ends of the thing are going to show the same result?
Yeah, they will be horizontal because we're dealing with reality, and that's what a water level is. It's a tool for establishing a horizontal plane of reference.
And I will leave that because, again, you're afraid to answer a simple question. Do you understand?
You're not saying whether horizontal, you think, is a straight line. Because I would say it's perpendicular to vertical. Will you give us that? Bacon.
From that 1 point, yes, that's it.
From that 1 point.
You take your measurement.
Right, you understand vertical is a three-dimensional thing, right?
When you move your point of measurement, you are moving your
makes the horizontal a straight line and a plane, because vertical is a three-dimensional.
Show that your plumb lines are completely perpendicular across the mile.
Sorry, show that they are perpendicular to horizontal.
They are perpendicular to your start point.
They can't be. Plumb bobs? How can plumb bobs be perpendicular to their start point? You're just showing your ignorance of geometry again.
No, you're showing your ignorance of.
No, how can a plumb be perpendicular to itself? You muppet.
I will try to come back later on. I have to go to the bank before it closes today.
Okay.
So
get some geometry lessons while you're out.
Yeah, read up on perpendicular.
And read up on the model that and I will say then read up on the model that you're actually arguing against.
I'm not arguing against the model. I'm just telling you about reality. I'm just informing you, Bacon.
Okay. Thank you very much. I feel so informed.
Good.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you.
Have a good day, folks, and I will chat you all later.
All right. See you later.
Sorry, Bev. I couldn't resist playing with that one as well.
Well, that was fun.